everyone are safe and sound, staying indoor, healthy, fit and fine. Today, I and my team members are here to present our science activity works through the method of social distancing during this epidemic crisis.
Wishing a very warm welcome to all. I am Bhashwati Nath of class 4, Happy Convent School, Dhubri. Today I will present science project on the topic of insectivorous plants. There are different types of plants on earth. We know that all green plants prepare their own food with the help of chlorophyll present in their leaves. But it is interesting that there are some unusual plants in plant kingdom that eat insects. They are called insectivorous plants. They are also known as carnivorous plants. Plants are like pitcher plant, Venus flytrap are insectivorous plants. Now I will explain about pitcher plant. The shape of the plant is just like a pitcher, a pond of water. The leaf of the pitcher plant is modified into a pitcher-like structure whose walls produce sweet nectar. The leaf tip is modified as the lid of the pitcher. When an insect enters inside the pitcher to feed on the nectar, the lid closed by trapping the insect inside it. This was then secreted inside the pitcher to digest the insect. Venus flytrap. This is also a type of insectivorous plants. The leaf of Venus flytrap is modified as to lobes lined with nectar. When an insect sits on the lobe, two parts of the sticky lobe close like a door, trapping the insect between them. Insectivorous plants usually grow in soil which is poor in nutrients, especially nitrogen. They get extra nourishment nitrogen by eating the insects. Thank you.
Good morning. Hope all of you are fine. My name is Shumodi Pal. I am student of class 4, Happy Convent School, Dhubri. I am going to tell about aquatic plants, the science unit of primary grades. Aquatic plants are those plants which live in aquatic environment. There are many aquatic plants, but I have described only 5. Those are yellow shank cabbage, water let's see, Nilambu, Victoria amazonica, white lotus. These are described below. Yellow shank cabbage. Yellow shank cabbage is also called as western shank cabbage. The plant is found in swamp and wet woods. Nilambu. Nilambu is an aquatic plant with large swamp flowers, in commonly cultivated and used to cooking. Victoria amazonica. Victoria amazonica is a species of flowering plant. The large of the Nymphaceae family of water lilies. White lotus. It is also known as the European white water lily or white water rose. The flowers are white and they have many small stamens inside. Water lexi. Water lexi have large velvety leaves that resemble spinach. These plants will develop teeny white flowers as well. This is my project work. So thank you everyone.
A very warm welcome to the principal, teachers and my friends. I am Sonakshi Shah of class 4 from Happy Convent School, Dhubri. Today I am standing before you to present my project on different types of plants. Plants play a role in maintaining the ecosystem of our planet. They are the main source of food for the majority of species, including human. There are more than 300,000 species on planet on Earth. Plants play a major role in oxygen supply. Here are some pictures of trees: orange tree, cherry plant, a coconut tree, banana tree. In orange tree, its parts are leaves, fruits, branches, tongue. In cherry plant, its parts are leaves, fruits, branches, stem. In coconut tree, its parts are crown, fruit, leaves, stem, leaves, roots. In banana tree, midrib, leaves, tongue, stem, baby plant. Thank you.
Welcome to our science project Germination of Seed. I am Shankhadeep Ghosh, a student of class 5 Happy Convent School, Dhubri. Today I am going to demonstrate an activity showing the germination of a seed. Material required for this purpose are soil, water, tissue paper and few chickpea seeds. So, let us take a bowl and then we will put some soil and water on it. Then we have took some chickpea seed which were soaked in water for 24 hours and were kept packed on a tissue for again 24 hours. Now we will put those seeds into the bowl containing soil and keep some water in it. Now we will leave the bowl for 4 to 5 days in such a way that half of the sheet get visible, so that the sheet get
sufficient air, water and warmth to germinate faster. Now we have come after 4 to 5 days. We can see that the seed has divided into two parts. That is the radicle and the cotyledon, from which a new plant is grown. In this picture, we can see this part is the cotyledon, means this. This part is the radicle, means this. And this part is the plumule, means this. Thank you and have a great day.
Hello everyone, my name is Harshraj Roy. I am from class 5 section A, Happy Convent School. Today I am going to discuss about dispersal of seed. Dispersal of seed. As plants cannot move from one place to another, so nature helps them by dispersing of the seed from one place to another. If all the seed of the plant fall at the same place, then there would be a competition for space, minerals and water, etc. As a result, the seed will not grow properly as in plant. Therefore, the dispersal of the seed are very important. Dispersal of seed can be done with wind, water, animal. Seed of cotton and drumstick plants are very light in weight, so they blow far away with the help of wind.
Thank my teammates for their beautiful cooperation and presentation of the activity. Thank you everyone. Stay safe and sound.